Tech Playthrough series. We are continuing Ukraine 43. It is turn 4. We're still in August. Before we get going though, someone pointed out on turn 3, I made an error. I'm sure there were others, but this guy, he moved from here to here. So he was there, he moved there. Why can't that happen? There's a zone of control bond here, Zoc bond between these guys. Can't happen. I could have moved like this guy down here, and then that breaks the Zoc bond, then he can come here and then we'll have to stop. That leaves us open here. I think instead we'll just correct this and leave it like that for now. Alright, so let's get going. Weather phase, as I said, it's still August. Let's get a little rolling here. We got a little 4, 4, clear, 2, 2. So both sides get 2 aircraft. It's the initial phase now for the Soviet player turn. Let's check out their replacements. Same as usual. Special, armor, 2 infantry. Also, let's check out this 3 here. What does that mean? That means 3 plus or minus 6 is victory. No one's going to get victory anytime soon, but we'll have to start worrying about that. Soviet reinforcements. Ooh, they get a bunch here, including a nice, juicy armored unit. Let's go get those guys set up. First, that armored reinforcement. I want to feed it into here. I think that's probably close enough using the roads to get in to a combat position. I might be wrong, but we'll see. The infantry, well, I think it's taking a lot of losses down here. You know, they're not like complete wipeouts, but it's going to take a while to repair these guys. So I'm inclined to just throw these down here, feed them into this battle here. In fact, maybe we'll throw one here. Nah, we'll go down here. That special replacement, we're going to go ahead and replace the 5th Shock Army's cavalry unit, and I'm just going to pop it out of the army and put it underneath just to remind myself. So this guy will take that special reinforcement. For the 2 infantry, I think we're just going to flip these guys. So I'm putting all my replacements and quite a few reinforcements down here. So these guys need some replacement markers. Finally, I've been lamenting not having enough free stacking units, especially down here. So we'll go ahead and rebuild a damaged or a destroyed unit from the eliminated units box. We're also going to do our artillery flips. We get 3, right? All of these, what are they, guards artillery, something like that, are ready. There's 3 here and there's 1 that's already been on the map for a while. I'm not 100% sure what my plans are for this turn, but I've been wanting to do something in this area. I probably still don't have enough power here, but we'll go ahead and flip that. It's number 2. And then I need to remember from last turn my emergency supply snafus. We're gonna have to get some emergency supplies if I want to eliminate this guy being out of supply. So I think I can just drop this here. It's within the supply range if you remember from watching that turn, and there's 1, 2, 3 movement points. So this guy instantly back in supply. And once you process that, you can just pop it off. So next thing though, I need to decide, do I want to bring anyone from the Stavka Reserve out now that I've got them all stacked up here? I think I would want to bring 2 in, at least, to the Kharkov area. Because I want to get 2 stacked together to get a double shift. But, I'll just show you. But they have to come in on a rail line, or supply source or a rail line connected to it. And this rail line up here hasn't moved down far enough to get me within 2 moves of Kharkov, which is where I want to attack, right? If I can get it to right here, they can move 1 and still be able to fire. It's still too far. Plus the stacking situation, that's a free stacking unit, so I can stack 1 but not 2 there. Some rail here, and same situation, except I could hop over the river here and get an attack into there, but I can't bring 2 in because, again, the stacking situation. So, and again, I have to be on a railroad I control. So I'm kind of thinking at least two of them I want to bring in down here. Try to make a difference. I do control this railroad up to pretty far. I think I like them coming in right there. Try to reward the advance down here. And the other one, again, it's like don't have a lot of good rail situation here. Even this rail line here, it's not green, so I can't use that yet. But I'm kind of got a feeling I can bring this guy in down here. Maybe do something down here. It won't be a double stacker, but that's okay. Okay, movement phase. Might as well focus down here. Now, even though I'm pouring a bunch of guys in down here, it's kind of bad situation for the Soviets. I mean, all these units are essentially out of commission. I mean, just very limited in what they can do. So these guys, it's a defensive 8 on the German defensive belt. But that would be a key unit to try to knock out. This guy is very weak. I got a not that big of a unit here, but that's 8 attack, 2 to 1. Could be useful there. I could even bring this little artillery forward if I bring in some help. So I might want to do something like that. But yeah, this 5th shock. See what's inside 5th shock right now? Got 2 infantry. And this guy, 1, 2, 3. So I can't quite get him in there. So, yeah, I'm trying to decide, there's not a lot I can do. I'm trying to decide, do I want to use this artillery on this guy? And all these guys attack. Problem is, they're all across the river, right? I think it'd be better to push this guy out of here, next turn get some guys on this side of the river, bam, knock this guy out. That's a key spot. So, I think what I can do, we got a pontoon bridge here. Let me make sure pontoons can go across majors. I'm pretty sure they can. Oh yeah, major river is pretty much the only time we care. So this guy's gonna slide right into 5th Shock Army. I'm actually overstacked, so before I do that, this guy will just back off a little. I mean, a replacement can only go 1 anyway. So I filled this up, except for a free stacking unit. Let's see, what else can we do? This guy, he's not going to be able to do much right now. 1, 2, 3. Replacement, he could move down here. But replacements cannot attack, so I want to see if there's anything else down here I might want to get. It's a single unit. Disrupted guys can't move adjacent to enemies. Yeah, I'm kind of hurting here actually. I thought I was going to be doing okay. So I need to pick exactly what I want to attack. That's going to be too strong. I really want to attack this. It's 11 defense. It's going to be tough. I think we're going to do it though, throw as much as we can in there. That might be the only attack. We got this guy here again. It's 8. What was that? 8. Okay, maybe we'll attack that. So I guess this guy's just going to move up. He'll use extended movement and move up to here. Just get right, nestle right in there. These guys will just sit there guarding the railroad, I guess. You know what? This guy's going to move up here, actually, instead. And his buddy... Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright, let's cruise up here. No movement, no movement, no movement. Here's a place I've been wanting to attack for a while. Probably have enough reserves, I'll just do that. Nothing really worth moving right now. Go up here, go up here. Yeah, here's some things we might want to move. Oh, I forgot, there's a replacement tank unit down south. I just moved it forward 1, just off camera. They can always move 1. So, yeah, I want to go for Kharkov this turn. Yeah, let's get a little more front and center. Figure out how we're going to do this. I mean, this is going to be bloody. I mean, double defense in a city, so that's 18. But yeah, let's work on this. So yeah, that's all weak down there. So this guy I like. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get him. Oh yeah, I can. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring him in right there. Okay, because I'm bringing him in because he's tough. We'll backfill him with this little garbage guy. Throw the railroad down here so I can more easily see what I got. So he hasn't moved yet. Want more in here. I don't have a lot more, you know, so hey, this guy will come in, one, bam. Get a little free stackage here. Not a lot more free stacking units around here, though. I don't think so, yeah. All just infantry around here. So I guess I'll just pile these guys in. Get some free stacking here. Bring these guys down like this. Keep the with them. Fourth hex right there. Got a free stacking unit here. So he'll come in down here. I like the free stacking on top just so I can spot him. I want to decide though. We have a pretty tough army over there. Got this cordon of Germans, you know. They could probably all come together on one target and do some serious damage. But let's see, first tank army. Oh, first tank army's freaking tough. So let's bring this guy back up here. Wait, he was here. We'll bring first tank army over here, man. We're taking Kharkov this turn. So, what about 5th Tank Army? That's pretty sizable force here. It's like 25 attack. We got a weak spot here. Let's bring it down. And then this guy, they don't have a free stacking unit in there. We'll bring it in. Hey, actually, if you're paying attention to these videos, let me know if you prefer me stacking the army units like all the units inside the army in the hex to make it easier to understand what's there. This holding box is off map, but you don't have to use them. Anyway, I need to stare at this a little bit more before knowing what to do next. Okay, there's a little gap here between these. I don't like 2 hex gaps, so 1, 2, 3, bring these guys down here. I mean, they're not that tough, but at least it'll stem a counterattack. Got all this infantry back here. Make sure you can see that, yeah. So we need to start sliding these guys to the right, or the left, I should say. So, I think it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll use the extended movement, which they can go 6, but we'll just go 5. You can't move right into an enemy's Ock. Assuming Kharkov's not going to fall, we'll bring this guy down 1. This guy's back here, 1, 2, 3. We'll just bring these artilleries in. We got these infantry here. Probably want to keep a few behind just for recovery of losses. These guys will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right in here. This guy, he'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go 6 here and then move this guy out. He'd had to move out before, but let's move him back back here. When I'm moving those 6, they're going extended movement. Okay. Hopefully I didn't do some things off camera, but moving this stuff over. So I want to get another attack in. This is going to be a tough nut to crack. I think it's time to just try it. This guy will come in here. But I also want to attack here. Bring this. He can't actually make it that far because he's exiting his zone of control. So this guy will come in over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't moved this guy. Bring this guy down. Bring it in here, maybe. Zhukov's cool. He resets. I think I moved everyone that I want to move over here. Maybe we'll peel this guy off the line. We'll leave the 6er defense. Peel this guy off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you probably didn't see where he came from. He came from up here. I apologize for my camera work. Just it's very hard for me to see through the viewfinder. This is such a big map. So I'm pretty sure I didn't cheat here. We did have some rail here, so that can come off. Oh yeah, that guy's good. All right. Let's see if we can get him. Oops. One. Ugh. Oh man, I'm having some trouble here. He was here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, get a little more oomph in there. Going after the tigers. Okay, I think that's the, so, oh, we're missing one. Missing one. This guy over here, which I meant to bring into this attack over here. Let's see what I can do here. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could have got it in, so we'll just say I didn't move that guy in. I moved this guy in instead, and this guy just cruised over here, just leaving a little. Came out of here, come over here, little defense in depth. All right. So good movement phase. It's going down south. Combat phase. What are we going to do down here? Alright, now that I'm looking at this attack I wanted to do, it's lousy, man. Like, it's 1-to-1 attack, basically. Yeah, artillery cancels out the defensive belts. 1-to-1. Looking at the 1-to-1 chart over here, it's kind of what I do, and like, attacker loss, attacker loss, attacker loss, attacker loss, attacker loss. 5 out of 6 attacker loss. Of those 5, 2 are defender losses also. And then the defender might retreat in this other situations. You know what? I want pressure on these guys. We're going to do the 1-to-1 attack. So, why is that 1-to-1? We got 8 there. No tank bonus because of the defensive terrain. Got 8 there. That's 1-to-1. These 2 infantry, one's underneath the artillery. They're just 1 attack, so it's still 1-to-1 odds. Using this artillery. And the Germans get this defensive belt bonus. This is a low quality unit, but there's a high quality or medium quality unit, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, Soviets don't want to use aircraft. Germans don't want to use aircraft. Here we go. 6. Okay. Yeah, that's about what I could have asked for. So first, attacker loss. And then we'll have to roll for, because we're back into attack the belt here, heavy casualties. But attacker loss, I think I want to preserve this guy. Do I just want this guy to die? Bam. No. We'll flip this guy here. Okay, and 1 defender loss. An A1, D1. Yeah, you choose your own losses. Okay, so I guess these guys will choose this garbage guy for the loss. Okay, and then these guys have to retreat though, or conduct a determined defense. Yeah, determined defense. Lead unit will be this guy. If we lose a step, you know, we'll just take it from this garbage low quality unit. So yeah, no one's throwing air support into this. Got a 2 on the determined defense for other terrain, and just so you can see what's going on here, other terrain, 2, nothing. So that just means no losses, but they failed, so they do have to retreat. A1, D1 requires a 2 hex retreat. We have to go through 1 Zoc, which is fine. So we'll go like this. Disrupted. And on A1, D1, we can advance 2. I'm not sure we want to advance. I mean, maybe we'll just kind of go, this guy will go 1. We don't want to get next to that guy. I guess it's better to go here and block them from getting a free defensive belt. So that guy will come down there too. Leave the artillery, of course. It's kind of scary. It's fine. It's fine. Everything will be fine. All right. Okay, I like that. I mean, this guy could just advance in this way, actually, with a mobile attack. But I took a loss there. Oh, and before I do any of this, heavy losses. I keep forgetting to do that. Heavy losses on a 4 to 6, heavy casualties, I should say. 4 to 6 is a step loss. So who would I have taken that from? I guess I would have taken it from this red guy here. I don't want a unit to be completely destroyed because I'm preserving defense strength down here. These big guys are in here. So yeah, that answers that question. We're not going to attack there as part of our advance. So we'll just hold. Hopefully all this stuff will be able to come in here next turn. Next, going to do a big attack here. What's this guy's defense? It's an 11. Terrain is awful though. Fifth shock contains 3 infantry, so that's a total of 9. I think these guys are 10 here. Yep. That's all I'm getting in there is 19 against 11. It's not so hot, except we do, see there's no armor here, right? So we do get armor bonus from these guys. So it was 1 to 1, even with the 19, that sucks. So it goes to 2 to 1. Then we're going to flip both these guys. This shock artillery that sends it to 4 to 1. And then rather than put them in the hex, I just send them back to stock or reserve. So we're up to 4 to 1. So you can do a double whenever you have 2 artillery and one of them is a shock. In that case, 2 shocks. Soviets are not going to throw in one of their 2 aircraft. Looking at the combat results table, I don't think the Germans will either. We'll just go for the 4 to 1 odds, unfortunately. 3 to 1 doesn't look that much better. Oh, another 6. Actually, you would think that's a good one. I guess it's okay. Yeah, D1 star. Okay, D1 star. That's decent, actually. Defender loses 1 step. We'll lose it from the security unit. That's one nice thing about having some garbage units to stack. Ooh, that guy dies. Wow, that's a piece of garbage. Yep, but he's dying. Because this is a much better unit to keep around. A D1 is a 3 hex retreat. What is the advance? D1 advance is a bonus advance, which means mech can go 3. So these guys could go 1, 2, 3, bam. I mean, that'd be a pretty lousy attack, but it'd be pretty devastating to the Soviets. So these guys, and D1 star, the star means no determined defense. It has to be a desperation defense, which is slightly more deadly. I don't know if I want to do desperation defense there though. Let's go check this out. We're in clear terrain. Each dash in a desperation defense is treated as a -1. So if you haven't noticed, -1, -1, -1, -1, -1, -1. So no matter what, the Germans are losing a step. And there's a 1/3 chance we will stop the advance. If I fail, I can then, oh, I see. So a dash doesn't mean you failed. You have to then retreat though. You just keep rolling. As long as you have steps. That's how it works. Okay, I'm sort of getting the desperation thing now. It's like all the dashes, which means, oh, you failed, you have to retreat, are gone. So there's no retreat. You're just going to keep going or die? I don't know. I'll probably have to go read that up. But do I want to do that? It's basically a guaranteed step loss. Let's go back to the map. I'm hemming and hawing here because, it's just... It's kind of a nail-biting game here. Let's say those guys are gone. They're back here somewhere. These guys are going to go 1, 2, possibly attack that. They can come down here. If he's eliminated, they can come, 1. Oh, I guess there's enough zone of control here to block them, but still. And then unzipping the river line up here. That's another thing the Soviets want to do. We're going to do the 1/3 chance. We have 2 steps. We'll see how it goes. Need a 6, a 5 or 6. We got a 4. Take a loss. Now I believe it's my option to keep rolling or give up on the desperation defense and retreat. Oh, whoops, my reading of the rule for desperation defense is you just keep rolling until you run out of steps or you succeed. It doesn't say like, oh, at any time you can change your mind and retreat. that's my reading. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. So here's the next round. Oh man, so they're gone. That was dumb. Please let me know if I was extra dumb and just screwed up the rule. And if I did and you tell me that and we prove it, too bad. I am not going to roll back the game. So, bonus advance, non-mech can go 2, mech can go 3. Looking at the determined defense table, this little point of interest or something, town. That counts as other terrain in determined defense, but still doesn't matter. Okay, so we definitely want to advance. So infantry can only go 2. I mean, we gotta come in right here, don't we? Just put this guy in jeopardy. He's behind his Akban now. And then these guys come over here. And the question is, we're gonna roll into this town? 1-to-1 assault? Oh, but what's that, a minor city? Major city? No, minor city. Double defender strength. So, yeah, so that'll be a 1-to-1 attack. It's tempting, but there's a lot of German forces down here. We'll just go with that. Okay, next attack. Let's see if I can steel myself to do this one that I've been wanting to do for like 3 turns. This can be rough if I do it. So these guys are elite, of course. 13 defense. My attack, well, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, I think. Oh yeah, this stack's not so hot though. 8, 15 and 8. What is that, 23? 23 to 13, it's not quite 2-to-1. But, it's high risk. But I've got a decent amount of pressure down here coming in. Decent amount of pressure. But the Germans do have some good capabilities down here. Yeah, they got a decent amount of, tough armor units. They're a little wounded, but the more pressure I put down there, the more pressure I put anywhere in this region, the harder it is for the Germans to react. So if I can force a retreat here, or even just knock one step out, that's pressure. We're going to do this. So that's 1-to-1. Armor bonuses and all that stuff doesn't matter. But actually, this will drop it to 1-to-2, or 1-to-2 for the elite strength. Pretty sure there's not a single Soviet elite unit in the game. So I've kind of glanced around. Yeah, there aren't any. So it's only the Germans. So we could get a double artillery assault in. So I've been sort of waiting on this. So we'll pop that out. So we're at 1-to-2. That brings us up to 2-to-1. It's pretty good. I think it's time to drop in one of our 2 Soviet aircraft. 3-to-1. So now the Germans have to decide what they want there. They want to save one for Kharkov, one of their aircraft. Do they want to save anything else? Yeah, this is a good one. So they'll spend one of their 2. Now I'm right now. So those canceled each other out. But I better recalculate these odds. I think I may have missed at least 1 shift. So let's do this. There's 2 artillery. Sorry, it's one. We'll do this all over. 1-to-1. 2 artillery send it to 3-to-1. The aircraft cancel each other out. The Germans have an elite bonus. And defensive belt. This goes down 2 to 1-to-1. So all I'm getting out of this is 1-to-1. Yeah. 2 artillery cancel out the 2 German defense bonuses. The aircraft cancel each other out. Bam. All right, 1-to-1 attack. So do well. Soviets here. Man, 3 6s in a row. Is that what that was? At least on the attack roll. So that's an A1, D1. That's great. That is great for the Soviets. Because now the Germans have to decide which of these they're gonna harm. Preserve a big guy, and knock this down into a remnant. I'm inclined to knock this guy down. So we're from 13 to 10. Now A1, we're gonna have to take a loss here. Well, we'll take it from this little garbage guy here. And I don't really know when you're supposed to roll for heavy losses. Is it now or after the retreat? That might matter. Let me go check. It doesn't really say clearly, but it says the defender rolls for the heavy casualties. So I think it's just part of the battle. So we rolled 5. That is a heavy casualty, so I think the Soviets will take it from this stack here as well. I'm going to try to keep the other stack sort of potentially able to do more forward combat. Okay, so these guys, they need to retreat or make a determined defense. Oh man, those are some expensive units to make a determined defense with. I really, if I were to play this again, I think I want to like get as many garbage units as I can stacked with the good units, right? So the garbage units take the defense, the step losses. Unfortunately, I think like this whole thing's gonna unhinge if I retreat. So we're doing a determined defense. 5. I think that might do it. In other, I should have picked a lead unit. Oh, it doesn't matter, but I get to add +1 because this lead unit's elite. They're identical units, that's what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. So +1, that's a 6, yeah, so in other, both, that going from a 5 to a 6 is good, because instead of just the lead unit taking a loss, I didn't realize that if you succeed, you take a loss no matter what. The attacker also takes a loss. So this guy is converting to a remnant. Gonna swap that out on the remnants table. He's right here. Prevented the retreat, and the Soviets take another loss. So wow, that's 3 losses from the Soviets. We're gonna preserve that stack. We'll chuck this little guy. I did say I have some backup here, but man, it's too bad for the Soviets, but the pressure's on. Pressure is on. That was two step losses to good units. Let's move up the line. Coming up here towards the Kharkov region. So this guy looks like a good guy to attack, right? He's damaged. He's surrounded by guys, but this guy's dedicated to Kharkov. These two guys, they're both across the river from him, so they would be attacker halved, and defender doubled. So that's not good. That's not good. So we need to wait for these guys to come around the corner. But yeah, Kharkov. Let's see what the Germans have in here. I don't recall. It was like 8 maybe. Doubled for major city. So here we go. So it's 7 times 2 is 14. What do we got coming in against 14 here? Well, we have 10, 12, 23, 24, 25, plus 6, 31. And then this guy, it's first tank. I'm looking off to the side. What do we say, 31? I think that is 25. So 56 to 14. Let's see, 2 14s is 28, 2 28s is 56. Did I perfectly match the defense strength by 4 to 1? Wow, that was total luck. I love it, 4 to 1 right there. If you're wondering what I'm slamming off camera, I have a die and I throw it down in the 4 to 1 odds column just to remind myself where we're at. So, there's no artillery in range here, so we have to decide if we're throwing our aircraft in, and of course we are. We're throwing our aircraft in, and then the Germans are throwing the aircraft in. So those cancel each other out. So let me pull the. So we're at 4 to 1. What's up with Zhukov? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's out of range by a couple hexes, so he can't really help. Last little check. Let me make sure there's no elite guy in here. I didn't really pay attention to that. No elite. Okay. Tanks and anti-tank and all that don't matter because of the defensive terrain. Come on, this is a big one. Both sides. 4. That's A1, D1. Well, the A1 is easy to deal with. Just need to decide which guy's going to take the loss. One of these guys. D1, well, I need to remind myself, does this guy want to re-roll what we just did? No. I don't think so, because most of the other results are not as good, It's just, we take a loss and the attacker doesn't. So I think we're going to kill this guy as our D1. And then, determined defense, right? We have to. We're in a city that's much easier to defend. In fact, let's come over here. Check this out. We're in a major city. Much easier. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, sorry about that. Here's a different die. Where is it? We've got a 3. 3. And yeah, there's no elite or anything. So they succeeded, and the defender loses a step. Well, where were we? Here. So, no need to do a reroll there. Lose the step. Successfully held a 3-point city for 1 more turn. I think that's good. No advance. So all these Soviet units are tied up. I mean, it's gonna fall though, right? It's gonna fall in a turn or two. Next attack. Hey, 5th Tank Army. That's probably 25 attack as well. 16, 23, 24, 25, yeah, 25 attack, 5 to 1, 4 to 1 because this guy's got elite bonus. The 5th Tank Army, of course, has tanks in it, so there's no tank bonus on either side. So what I say, 5 to 1, drop down to 4 to 1 for that. There's nothing else to throw in here. All the aircraft are spent. 4 to 1. What do we got? 4 and a 4 to 1, that's A1, D1. So D1, thin bar. Oh, yeah, Germans are starting to lose their tanks left and right now. Thin bar. No, we've got a fat bar there. A1. We only got good stuff in there. Plus a free stacking unit. I'm liking the free stacking unit, so we'll go ahead and take this guy, 766. We'll make it into a 536. We're no longer 25, which is kind of nice. I could just remember it's 25, but whatever. Is that guy going to do a determined defense? A1D1, does that allow that? Yes. I don't think that's wise, but then do I let this guy bust out? I hate determined defense, especially in this situation. If I lose and he dies, that guy just waltzes right on through. Otherwise, I can back up like this. And he only gets 2 advances, so could not do a mobile attack. I think it's really time for the Germans to do a major fallback. Like, they're no longer elastic here, right? But I think I have to do that. So, two thing advance, come up like this. He's actually in danger of being cut off, but on this turn it doesn't matter because he's not cut off now. Germans can come in here on their turn, but it'd only be at the end of the Soviet turn, I believe, where he'd be considered out of supply. Oh. Gosh darn it. I'm so dumb. I did it again. This guy's so far away from the green rail line. Let's see if I'm full of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. So I'm still able to trace to a green rail line. All right, I almost did it though. I'm being really dumb. Okay, let's go to the next attack, but let's not forget this guy did retreat. He's disrupted. Man, you know, if I play this again, I mean, I'm going to play this again, but it might not be solo. I think I would really play the Germans differently. I'm not sure what I do, but oh man, yeah, I don't know what I do. It's a lot of like river lines, like line. Every 3 hexes back is a river line. Probably should just do a general retreat back to the rivers, and then it's like every couple hexes is a new river. But anyway, just give up all the points along the border. But who knows? All right, I should ask on BGG what people do. I want to detect this guy. Let me think about this. No matter what, he gets a tank bonus, even though tanks cancel each other out. Yellow, tiger tanks. Tiger tanks are far superior in this time period. So what would this be? This is a 9 defense. What do we have here? You know, I might cancel this attack actually. 15 attack plus 14 is 29, 32 to 9. So we're talking 3 to 1. The fort that I built plus the tiger tanks brings that down to 1 to 1. And is there any superior No superior training. So that'd be a 1-to-1 attack. Oh, with heavy casualties. But it's pretty tempting. You know, looking at the odds, kind of thinking, no. I think it's better preserve my strength. Like if I go too hard, I'm gonna run out of units to feed into the line and have to spend many turns replenishing. So these guys, there's a lot of German power here. We're pinning them down. They can't come down and help Kharkov because of this pressure here. So let's come up here. So the final potential attack, which I think I do want to do, that's a 5. I want to get someone else into Sumi too. That's part of why I'm doing this attack. So we got 12 plus 5, 17 against 7. That's 2-to-1. The supplies don't, being out of supply doesn't affect defense. So, and the tanks don't matter because he's still in a defensive belt. So it's just a straight, what did I say? 2-to-1 reduced to 1-to-1 for the defensive belt. That is a 1-to-1 I'm willing to do because I got a lot of infantry up there and a few behind the line to back it up. Plus I got Mr. Zhukov here. He can send that to 2-to-1 at a guaranteed loss. 2-to-1. I like it. Zhukov's in, man. Let's go. Flip that. There we go. 3 on the 2-to-1. Yeah, we got a attack. Oh, that's not so hot actually. Attack A1 DR. So I actually take 2 losses as the attacker. So I'll take 1 here. And then we'll take 1 here. Ooh, yeah, this is dumb. And then the defender rolls for heavy losses. Oh man, heavy losses. So I took 3 steps as the attacker. That was really, really bad. Okay, and then he's DR. I mean, he might just want to retreat. Yeah, I want to get him retreat so he can get back into supply. Oh, he can't retreat. He's surrounded by Zoc bonds. You know what that means? Desperation defense on the other column. Got a 4. 4 on other, that's a -1. And a failure, takes a step loss. I'll just put this off to the side for the moment. Yep, step loss, another desperation defense. And the reason we have to do this is because he would be eliminated if he retreats. Got a 1 on other, that's another loss. Eliminated, fighting desperately. Alright, has some heavy Soviet losses, but I guess it worked out. So I'm inclined to send just one of these guys up into here, and the other will just move forward 1. Okay, so now we recover. So let's go find disruption markers and replacement markers. Normally I'll just do this off camera, I think, but it's one new little rule here. But we'll get rid of these, all these little replacements. Get rid of this Soviet disrupted marker from last turn. Oh yeah, he used like that because the Germans died. Full retreat though, this is what I wanted to show. Full retreat, that's a even more worse off than disrupted. Takes 2 turns to get fully recovered, so that just flips back to disrupted. 2 turns of recovery. Alright, now for the supply phase, and there would, I think, be some Soviets out of supply, except you move your railheads first. So this railhead's not moving. That one's not moving. That one's not moving. It's bad that I'm not moving my railheads forward, but there's one up here somewhere. Yeah, this guy. So you can only move 1 because the rail, you can go one or 2, right? Because the rail comes off this way, but do you even know what I'm talking about? Sorry, it was here, it went to there. But this guy, this is an important one. I need this one in Kharkov, honestly. We'll put it under the, but now that it's there, I was worried about this guy over here. Go for supply, 1, 2, 3, 4 along the road, 4.5. So let me just double check everyone's good. I think that was all the railheads I can move anyway. Yeah, everyone's in supply. So that's the end of the Soviet player turn. Okay, German player turn. They get 1 armor and 1 infantry replacement. And a much needed Panzer Division reinforcement. Depleted infantry division. Okay, here we are way up in the north, and I think we'll go ahead and drop the German reinforcements there. Doesn't really matter because all reinforcements can rail in, so I don't think any of these guys are going to drive in, but they'll rail in. Now for the infantry placement, there's plenty of infantry on the board, but I'm going to go ahead and revive an eliminated infantry unit. I think the Germans need more units on the board than a fewer fresh units. For the armor replacement, I'm looking around. I mean, there's a few candidates on the board. Let's see, do we have one in here? Yeah, here's a remnant here. So that's remnant E. Let's see if I can get this into the camera just so you can see, if you don't have the game, if you can see what's going on. My little arm, my camera's on, it's hard to see this, but remnant E, yeah, that's E. So that's that division, the 11th Panzer Division, I guess. 11th Armored. So we'll go ahead and revive that with that replacement. So go through the remnant back, comes in, damaged. I think I need to try to keep these Panzer divisions going. Okay, that's all the replacements. That's the German movement phase. Let's come back down south. I like starting in the south. So, I mean, everything's awful. But we can go ahead and take these rail markers off. Just kind of get a little better idea of what's going on. So I'm kind of thinking of pulling back to these major and minor cities. They got double defense. They're all next to each other, so I can form a chain of zone of control. And then down further south, maybe fall back to this river. These guys are kind of okay. There's a victory point city there, double defense as well. So here's this little river here. So maybe I can curve the defense over to Stalino and Makayevka. So go like that. Just kind of planning ahead here. And then come up here. We get out of here. Just all these guys are going to come piling in, but it might be good to just pile a bunch of units in here. I don't think I'm going to have that many to save, but by trying to pull back. But if I can get some good stacking in here, that will be good defense terrain. And then up here, this is scary because this was a powerful force. It's much less powerful now, guarding a fairly powerful Russian force. I'm trying to remember what happened. I film each 20-minute segment is, I film them days apart, so I don't remember what I did last, but I think there are a decent number of losses in there. So yeah, all these guys, I don't know, just try to pull them off this river and keep this pivot point here. So somehow reinforce that. I don't think I even have the speed to do that, but if I can reinforce this pivot point, bring these guys down like this, hold it off just a little bit longer. So let's see what I want to do here. This guy, he's pretty much lost. He's stuck behind his Ockbond. And a couple different people on YouTube pointed out I actually had several Zockbond errors where I crossed Zockbonds. The game's too far in for me to correct them, so oh well. But this guy can't get out of here, but I could bring him over here, and then he can get out, but he'd have to stop. But now I'm kind of piling a bunch of guys in to a spot that I don't really want guys in. I might just let him wither on the vine there. The river here, I'm inclined to pull this back. Zock to Zock. So now he's still in a defensive belt. It's got a river on this side. We got some powerful forces coming up on Artemovsk. Double defense is 10. It's not enough in my opinion. So I need to get someone in there. I need someone there. And then I should go remind myself what happens if someone attacks a railed in unit. Because if I rail in a unit there, it might not be able to fight very well. Yeah, if you have a train marker on you, you have no zone of control, and your defense is 1. So I don't want to try to defend Gorlovka with a train. So here, I'm kind of hemming and hawing about what I'm going to do here, but keep that guy there. keep that guy there. I think this guy's gonna go Zok to Zok, pull back behind this river. We need some more guys here, yeah? Let's see what's going on here with these guys. These guys are disrupted, little 4s are there, little 2s are there. Okay, this guy here in Stolino is gonna go up here, take that position. In fact, where was he? He was here, right? Maybe he wants to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using extended movement. Okay, now we got 20 defense in Artemovsk. So it'd be nice to get a bunch into Korlovka. Okay, need someone here. Double defense of this guy behind the river. It's not a lot of defense. 6 plus 2, sorry, 4 plus 2, 6 times 2 is 12 behind the river. Not too happy with that. And while we're at it, there's a little fort here that needs to be finished. It's sort of for future planning. Okay, so maybe these guys will come here. They can only use tactical movement. They'll stop being disrupted later. I think we'll move this tank down here. I'm going to put it sideways just so I can see the disrupted marker for later. Okay, so this front's okay. Not too pleased. The Soviets could mass a bunch of guys, but it'd be double defense and defensive belt. So okay, that's probably good. All right, need to patch this up, yeah. And I don't want to keep these guys out front because this guy's way back here. In fact, I wish I had another unit to throw in there, but okay, these guys here, what do we got? Okay, this guy's gonna go, this is zone of control here, so 1, 2, 3, 1 to go into clear, plus 2 into exiting zone of control. 4, 5, 5.5. He'll come up to defend Karlovka. Is that what I want? What was that? That was 3, 4, 5. Maybe he should come up here. 6, 7. Using extended movement. No, mech can't use extended movement. 7. I'd like him to go there. Can't. Okay, so maybe he'll just chill in Golovka, given the 20 defense. We have a few more guys to move back. And I'm not quite going to be able to go every other hex here with a good defensive terrain. There's a little weak gap here. I wish I had built this fort here, but I didn't. Do I want to start one now? Yeah, this might be dumb, but I get 1 fort per turn. There's the germs. Probably should go up further north, but there's so many points here. I think I'm going to start one here. It's like right next to another fort, and then I'll try to defend right here, maybe here, with a tough stack. And then let's see if I can get like at least 10 points into there. So maybe this guy will. It's an 8er or 7 defense. Okay, so maybe he'll come up here. Okay, I'm going to rail in to that hex this replenished infantry. So its defense is only 1. So I got 8 here for the moment. 8 defense. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why, what am I talking about? That's because I don't have a rail marker. Okay, so his defense is only 1. So plus 7 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Not as tough as I want it to be, but we can even pull this guy back, yeah. But I need someone here. So these guys, it's 7 plus 5 is 12. Let me there's plenty of roads. I can get back to this fort. Maybe we don't even want to go back that far. Maybe this guy will come in and join them. Just trying to make a scary stack. Okay. What the heck am I doing here? Okay. Svalyansk. I want to beef that spot up, man. Well, shoot. I guess this guy, yeah, he's not being used right now, right? We can pop him back into here. It's going to let some Russians get in there. It's okay. He's 14 defense right now. Maybe we'll rail in a guy. This is a damaged replacement or reinforcement. And the reason I'm beefing up the southern front again is there's so many victory point cities down here. Like even if the northern front busts open, victory point cities are few and far between outside of Kharkov. But if this busts out, it's death. So, I don't know. I don't want to put this into the front line at one defense. I guess maybe it doesn't matter. Can't put it into there, so maybe we'll just rail it into here. I better make sure rail can go into a zone of control. Nope, you may not enter an enemy zone of control. Well, Artemovsk is not a victory point city. So maybe we'll just rail him into Konstantinovka. And later, maybe this will collapse back a little bit here. Alright. Still don't like this. Another attack here is just gonna break this. I almost wonder if I should like leave the remnant behind and put this guy like here. Guess it's just asking the remnant to be destroyed, yeah. If I move the remnant out, these guys will come swing over here and possibly get a big attack. Yeah, we're just in big trouble as the Germans. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm railing so much, well, I've only railed 2, but you get each reinforcement can rail, and then you can rail one more thing. So I've done 1 reinforcement and 1 replacement, reconstituted. So I do have this guy to rail in. I was going to send him towards the Kharkov area, but I think this area is actually much worse off. I can't rail into here because this has a zone of control, and this rail has a zone of control. In fact, I think I cheated railing this guy in. Oh, no, he can go. Okay, so I could get this guy up to Kramatorsk. Bring him in just right there and hope no one gets through Slavyansk. I'm not doing any attacks down here. Like, I just gotta hold. I'm gonna move up the line. Now, one thing I might try to see if I can do, I don't think I can, but just sort of cascade move a bunch of guys, like this guy go into there, this guy go over here, this guy go over here. Because there's 2 here. I probably need to be there though, because of these 2 guys here, or a bunch of hexes around them. But can I just pull some guys off of this line to at least get 1 unit to sort of cascade down? I don't know. Because this is the other looming disaster. So I guess maybe question 1 is, what's up with Kharkov? Do I abandon it? Do I try to feed units into it to hold it even longer? It's 3 points. I think it will be gone this turn or next turn or the following turn. But it can tie things up. The unit in there can only move 1 out. But I can move another unit in, just try to do determined defense over and over and hold it. It might be worth doing. Do have too many units here though. I will try to space them out. The real issue is just too many breakthroughs. So let me think a little more defensively. All right. So we got this river line, right? Bunch of Zokbons all the way up it. Well, there's this little river here with no one behind it. I could extend these Zokbons up here. So pull a couple guys back. Right there. Bam, bam. That would allow me to shift some guys over this way. So the Soviets, they got this guy way out, and he is a 25 attack. Might be worth bringing a bunch of forces in to try to force a retreat on that guy, and yeah, maybe. But just looking around, got some rivers here. We could try to occupy either side here. Just try to hold. Similarly, pull back guys. More rivers. Try to hold behind the rivers. There's just too many Soviets though. Okay. Gotta make a decision here. I like this river line here. I'd like it more if I had some good line guys behind it. So maybe we'll pull this guy back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, all right. I want another guy there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is a hint that I should abandon the whole Kharkov defense, like all these guys, just pull them back. Now maybe I'll leave a guy in here though. What do we got in there? We got a 254. Like it's doomed, but why give him Kharkov for free? Yeah. So he'll chill out in there. These guys here. So yeah, so we extended the river line. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 units I can get away. A couple of them are pretty lousy though. And actually the line extends up to here. We got 12 defense there. It sounds good, but then, you know, a 25 attack can come in and ruin your day. This guy's attack is 25. Let me look at his defense though. 15 plus 5 is 20. His defense is 20. Just to get 2 to 1, I need 40 attack. I mean, it's doable, but I'd be denuding the entire line. All right, so I need to make use of these rivers as much as I can. And if there's no river, beef it up. So this guy needs to be beefed up. There's no river. This guy probably needs to be beefed up. So let's bring this guy over here. We got a replaced guy there. He'll come in. He'll come in with these guys. Remember, Germans can stack 3 high. I want an infantry here. Can I get an infantry out to take losses when he's attacked? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then extended movement 5, 6, 7. Okay. Get this guy over there. I think I'd rather this guy do it. Let's see if he can get over there. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. All right. This guy's going in there with him. Put the armor on top. You can see that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. This guy, he will disrupt, but if I move him over here, there's no Zoc bond because, well, is there? I guess there is a Zoc bond. If I moved him here, there's no Zoc bond because he can't, no Zoc bonds across 2 rivers. So he would have to go here. So what am I going to do to fill up all this? Well, that's an interesting question. So, this guy here, he's pulling out. And I remember I wanted to send a bunch of guys down this way. It's not going to happen. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, what did I do here? Okay. We'll double these guys up. I'm trying to remember where this guy came from. All right. I'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, he'll just go there. And then these guys will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See where he went? He went down here, just because there will be a breakout down there at some point. So I'll just take that little garbage guy down. Okay, Manstein, I'm pretty sure he just teleports wherever. It's not like he can die. Let me just make sure I'm not cheating, but I'm assuming he's going to be destroyed. Just use mechanized movement. I can teleport him to any friendly hex, but I'd have to flip him. Not that I'm going to need him, but I think we'll just use some mechanized movement. Oh, he'd have to stop at the zone of control though, wouldn't he? Okay, we'll teleport him. He's teleporting. I don't know, this stack maybe? Okay, it's gonna be dead. Man, I do not know what to do here. What was this guy again? Just a little remnant. guy's holding here. What was the defense here? Defenses. 16. Okay. I mean, I gotta do something. I might actually vacate these hexes and pull these guys back like this, behind those rivers. I think it's fine for now. All right, this guy is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. There's one just off camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Might be done pulling these guys back, but there's slow Soviet infantry up there. These guys are fairly slow. There's no victory hexes over here. Also, I haven't talked about this, but there's a central front marker. It's gonna, I think it's on turn 6. It starts moving this way, and that basically means there's Soviets off map, represented off map, and they've, passed way over here, and start cutting off this northern area from the Germans. So I think that's probably okay doing that. Gotta start pulling back at some point. This will be a pivot. This guy's completely wasted just sitting there though. Okay, so now these little guys. Okay, we got him here. Inclined to pull this guy back behind the river. This disrupted guy here. This one. So he was here, and I used tactical movement to come over here. Now let's check this out. If I leave him here, this guy can go here and then attack, bust out. He'll win. But if I pull him back like one more, just for fun, this guy comes over here. There's no one to attack, but he has to stop in the Zoc. So by keeping him away from being able to be attacked, this guy would have to attack this way or this way. So maybe this guy will go up here instead. He'll join this guy. And yeah, if this guy gets here, that's okay. Later we'll come in. All right, that shortened things up a little bit. These guys here. Man, I'm starting to lose Zoc bonds. I think these tigers, they're trapped. I mean, they can't go very far. Let me go read up on our rule. Okay, I was looking at disengagement. That's something you can do in the combat phase, which is basically you roll a die to try to get away, basically to voluntarily retreat during the combat phase. And so you have to abide by retreat rules, and there's a 1 in 6 chance of taking a loss. So I think just for now, these guys, they're going to abandon that fort, and they'll go Zoc to Zoc. And then maybe I might try to disengage with the goal of stacking someone here. But they will have to actually retreat, so maybe that's not so hot. So maybe this guy can come over here, stack with them. I'm trying to make it so there's no one guy that can take heavy losses. If he goes there, these guys can come back here and they'd have to stop. Then we'd have to go rearrange, but I think that'd be better. Okay, so we'll just coalesce all these guys together. I'm starting to get some gaps. Yeah. All right, that fort was clearly a waste. Maybe it prevented people from attacking. All right, I think we're done with the movement phase. Combat phase. I'm not doing any combat. Might be dumb. So what I'm going to do is go through all the German units and remove disrupted and replacement markers. I don't see any that can't be removed. That'll happen off camera. But then we go into supply phase. All Germans are in supply, including Kharkov. So you can always go through one zone of control. But this dude here, let's see, Zoc Bond, block supply. So he's out of supply. Everyone else is good though. Anything else to do? Victory determination? No one's won yet. Well, Germans are hurting into turn 4. Keep your eyes out for turn 5.